I am live, or so they say. So, hello everybody. Hello. Welcome to the last Saturday night, everybody. Let me read that. Hello. Okay, we're good. So, welcome to the last Saturday of May. Isn't that awesome? May flew by for me. And I know people would find that odd because, staying home every day inside like I do, um, you would think that time would crawl, but it doesn't for me. And I found that May flew by really fast, and I'm really excited that June is here. I got some big things going on in June, so yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited to see what comes in June. So I've got meetings, um, find out what's happening with my band finally with the agricultural benefits. That's coming up this week. That'll be an interesting meeting. I'm looking forward to that. And what else? Oh, it's my son's birthday will be on the 16th, and then on the 17th he graduates. So we'll be in Saskatoon for that, which is awesome because I'm gonna take time and visit my brother and meet my new sister-in-law. I'm so excited for that. So I have gifts here I want to give them that I made. I made her a pair of fingerless gloves, and I didn't make him anything. I got him a hat from the band. So, yeah, from our Daystar band. So, and other than that, what else do I have going on? Oh, and then it's my hand passing anniversary, the last day of the month. Oh, and then the 1st of July is my anniversary. Yeah. So how is everybody doing? I'm doing okay. I'm doing okay. I've had a good week. Hey Tracy, how you doing? Welcome in. I'm doing good. How have you been? I'm doing good. I'm I've just been gaming. I haven't been crocheting. You're good. That's good to hear or read. You know what I mean. I'm happy to know that. I've been really not energetic, but happy in my head, which is good. It's a good thing. So yeah, I've had a good week. Mood wise, it's been a good week, which is awesome. Better than bad week. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Tracy. Migraines suck. I've been having a lot of headaches lately. I think part of it is the heat, the weather. Um, we're under a heat watch now. Uh, yeah, until oh no, we were under a heat watch. It ended this evening, but um, we were under a heat watch for days. This past week has been hot. Hubby had to put in the air conditioner, so we got the air conditioner running now, thank goodness. It's just a window air conditioner. We put it in the front in the porch. It works. It makes the living room cooler. Makes the living room cooler. And Why am I doing that? I'm not going to want to do that, but I'll do that for a little bit. I just lit a inset stick of patchouli, but my door is shut. Really, just, my door is shut. I shouldn't have lit incense, but I did. When it rains a lot and the pressure goes up and down, I get it. Yeah, because that's what I think happened to me. Except this past week, it's been heat. Oh my goodness, that is hot. Yeah, it was hot like that. It was like 35 on Thursday, and then it's been slowly cooling off since Thursday. But oh my goodness, it was hot on Thursday. That was our hottest day, I think, Wednesday or Thursday. So yeah, it was warm. It was a warm one. But we're cooling off today. We didn't have the sun's out now, but we didn't have a lot of sun. We were overcast most of the day. It's been a little bit of rain showers here and there, not sprinkles, I would say, more than rain showers. Sprinkles, because the ground didn't really get wet at all. And puppies are fine. Puppies are doing awesome. And yeah, I've just been gaming. Okay, I got a little sniff of patchouli. It's one of my favorite scents, patchouli. And I just put it out because I don't need it with the door closed and the curtains cutting off the window because there's a bit of a breeze coming in. Humid. Yeah, I wouldn't do good in humidity. I like a dry heat. I'm like a lizard. Some lizards like dry heat. I like dry heat. 96% humidity. Ew. Ick. My hair would not like it either. It would just go frizzy. That's what my hair does. It goes frizzy. And it's funny because it doesn't look curly until it frizzes, and then I start getting these piglet curls, piglet tail curls. All the little hairs will start curling like little pigtails, piggy tails. Yep. Um, there was my band had treaty days. I did not go. Hubby was going to take me, but I stand by my decision of not going. I wasn't comfortable enough to go. And yes, I was invited this year. Um, but it wasn't like, come and I'll sit with you and, you can join me and my family and we'll explain the process. No, it was just come to treaty days. So I'm assuming I go to treaty days and I'm on my own. And I can't do that. I don't have that in me right now. No, sorry. I think part of it, there's a lot of pain there because they've um, actively ignored me for so long, and that's made me feel not welcome. So yeah, I'd have a hard time breathing if it's too humid. Yeah, I understand. There are times when I'm in the tub, I have to get out, or the shower. Shower is really bad. I actually stopped showering. I just take a bath now because I can't breathe. I just can't breathe in the shower. So it sucks. But I have bad asthma, bad lungs. So I'm supposed to take my inhalers, but I forget about them every single freaking day. I'm bad for that. But I take my medicine every day. I do take my pills every day. And we started milk thistle. Yes, I started milk thistle. I'm very excited about that. Yes, I took mine tonight. Yes, because it was right there. And it's not there anymore, so I have to assume I took it. Yes, I did. I remember now. I don't have any in-laws. And the only family I have is my son, my husband, well, my two sons, my husband, and my daughter. One son isn't talking to me very much. He's not very happy. He feels I'm not um, very supportive. But I still, I text him the important stuff. I told him about the cows and plows, the agricultural benefits. I told him he needs to get in touch with the band. They'll have his treaty number. He just has to explain who he is and who he's a son of. And I should actually remind him to make sure he uses my maiden name of Stockley. But oh my goodness, why would they do that? That's not cool. That's rude. I just don't agree with that. I don't want no bashing on this channel. No bashing. This is supposed to be what I want from this channel is a supportive environment where anybody can talk about anything. We're non-judgmental because I'm certainly not judgmental. Um, we accept everybody's truth and we welcome everybody. That's that's how I feel, and that's kind of actually why I kind of stopped watching YouTube so much. Down the fact that it was taking away a lot of time from gaming, watching YouTube. I didn't game as much. I miss gaming. Yeah, it was weird to happen on a different channel. Well, I know it didn't happen on mine, but yeah, that's unfortunate. That is unfortunate. I'd have to stop watching the person who did it because I would lose all respect for them for doing that, and I'd stop watching them. I'd stop being a subscriber. I can't subscribe to a person I can't relate to or respect. But that's just me. So yeah. Oh really? Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. I'm sorry to hear that. It was really bad because that just puts a pallor on everybody's day, you know? And what did that person deserve it? You know? I mean, I've lost subscribers. I've lost people. I mean, I used to hang around with Katrina and we used to do lives together. We don't do that anymore. We don't do that anymore for a specific reason, but I will never, ever speak bad of her because I don't think bad of her. Exactly. Shit happens. People disagree. You know, people disagree. There's nothing wrong with that. I have no problem. with anybody out there. And if I do, I don't, I don't say anything. No, they didn't, did they? No. Yeah. It's unfortunate. Sometimes, people can all of a sudden turn on you. I know that one all too well. I grew up in Fort McMurray, and let me tell you, that was the name of the game growing up. Holy. I was just, every friend I let get close to, every person, I couldn't call them friends if they did what they did, but every person I let get close to me backstabbed me. Every single one, all through growing up. Every bestie I ever had ended up betraying me, betraying my trust, and backstabbing me in Fort McMurray. Every single one. So I don't trust anybody from Fort McMurray. That's not true, but oh my god. I just, I grew up like that. One day, I'm walking home with this person I thought was my best friend. And the next day, she wants nothing to do with me and she's spitting mad at me and she's calling me all sorts of names. I never could figure out why. And now I can't even remember the particulars. I just remember, you know, it made no sense. It is okay to disagree, absolutely. Well, exactly, Tracy, because you're an adult. That's how we adults, deal with stuff. We go straight to the person. We don't air it on YouTube. It's like putting dick pics out there. You don't want those out there. Everything you put out on the internet stays on the internet forever and ever. There's going to be a copy of it somewhere. So, you got to be careful what you put out there. And the last thing I want to do is badmouth somebody and make myself look rude because I'm not that kind of a person. Just it's sad. Some people don't know how to talk to others. I used to be a peacekeeper. I used to try and always do the right thing. I used to always try to get in between people who were fighting and get them, to resolve their issues without violence. Yeah, okay, I got hit a couple of times. Yeah, Trish has no fear. These are big guys. Ugh, they're not gonna hit me. Yeah, okay. You wake up, later. Never broke a bone in my body though. So hey, but yeah, I always tried to be the peacekeeper. I try not to get mad. I have a really dangerous, bad temper. When I finally blow up, anything is a weapon in my hand. Anything. It's nasty. I don't listen to anybody. You cannot talk to me. You cannot reason with me when I'm like that. The only person I've ever listened to is Sean, my hobby. And I think that's just because he actually bellows at me and it just cuts through. He's so damn loud. He cuts through everything. I don't know. But I've always listened to him ever since even before we were going out, because he knew me before we even went out together way back when I was 20. And my temper got a hold of me quite a few times. Um, Even then, he'd just yell my name and this big tone he has, and I'd listen. I'd snap out of it. Hey, Susan, how are you? Oh, Tracy, that's horrible. And yes, that's another reason why I stopped watching YouTube, because of the lemmings. There's a lot of lemmings out there. And I still go, I'm doing good. How are you? I'm doing awesome. I don't follow anybody. I am who I am. That's all I am, and that's all I will ever be, is my saying. That, what you see is what you get with me. But to get the people in the chat going and to urge them on, that's horrible. Absolutely horrible. I don't know. And then, for everybody to just, okay, and start bad mouthing that person, lemmings. That's all I have to say, lemmings. Think for yourself, people. Don't have anything nice to say, maybe try not saying anything at all. Just thought. Don't have anything nice to type? Don't type it. Keep those fingers to yourself. Just a thought. Yeah. See, I learned how to manage my temper. When I was 14, I tried to kill my brother when I was 14. If he hadn't ducked, he'd be dead. I'd have gone to jail, but I'd be out by now. I'd be okay with that. But no, he had a duck. He really started it, and he really deserved it. And that's all I'm going to say on that. I'm sorry I missed. But, that being said, I got into a lot of fights. Usually for other people, usually not for me, usually for other people, because I was very protective over my friends. And, yeah, I stand up for everybody. When I was going to my adult 12, there was this girl that had some issues. Anyway, she had this massive meltdown in the classroom and she didn't like the grade she got. And I guess she had been trying really hard and she expected to get better. And she didn't like the grade and she blamed the teacher. She blamed her. And she went up Carolyn's, that was my teacher's name, Carolyn. She went up Carolyn's, like just all over Carolyn and just screaming at her and calling her names. I stood up and I just yelled, like, I shut her up. And then she threw her books down because she had them in her hand. And she said, "You want a piece of me? Let's go." And I said, "Okay, let's go outside in the hallway." And she went out in the hallway, and I was right behind her until Carolyn stood in my way and told me to go sit down. And I wasn't going to sit down because I told Carolyn, "Get out of my way, please, miss. You need to get out of my way so I can deal with this." "No, no, 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 no. You have to get out of my way so I can deal with this. She needs to learn. Somebody didn't get spanked enough as a child, and now she needs to learn. I'm more than willing to teach her." But no. So And because I respected Carolyn so much, I sat down and I let it go, even though I was so mad. Oh, I broke a pen in my hand. Oh, I clawed that desk. I got splinters under my nails. Yeah, good times. I was so mad. Yeah. I so yeah, I have a temper. I refer to myself as a shotgun waiting to go off. Just point me in the direction. You want somebody, just point me in the direction. I'll go all over them. That's not a problem. I am like, if you ever watch the Avengers and uh the Hulk. He's not the Hulk. I can't remember Bruce Banner. That's it. He Dr. Banner is sitting there and he says to somebody, I think it's Wanda, but I can't remember. But he just says, "That's the trick. I'm always angry." And it feels like that sometimes with my temper. It's always there. It's always in check. That and crying. That's my inner child. My inner teenager is the one that's mad. My inner child is the one that's heartbroken. Go figure. Tracy's moving back to Missouri. Tracy, you should move to Saskatchewan. Get out of America. Come to Canada. Preferably Saskatchewan. We have universal health care here. We do. It's good. My doctor's on holidays right now. I'm kind of stuck with my doctor because he's close, like 20 minutes close. I don't want to have to drive farther for another doctor. So I'm kind of stuck with him. And he's not, I like how he gets to know you. You're a new patient of his. He's going to send you for every test. He's going to send you for blood work. He's going to send you for x rays. He's going to send you for MRIs, not MRIs, ultrasounds. He's going to send you for everything. He wants you to pee in a cup. He wants you to collect stool. He wants everything because that's how a doctor gets to know you, right? Well, okay. Thank you, Nasty Ogre, for bringing that up. That's happened a couple of times in the hospitals. Yep. Yep. Can't deny that. It's horrible. Exactly. I'm like you too, Tracy. People better watch what they say about my friends. Yep. No, I stay friendly with everybody because it's better for my soul. Anger and hate just weighs me down, and I'd rather be made of light. Well, remember Saskatchewan. Yeah, Southern. Siemens. I swear, if I could get all of my friends and family to move here to Siemens, we could take over this place from the stinking farmers who like to pretend the town is their own little ranch. They can do whatever they want because it's theirs. because they've been here forever. I want to have a club named Siemens Undesirables on Facebook, but Facebook won't let me make it because there would be three of us, maybe more. Siemens Undesirables. There would be my husband, there would be me, and there would be our friend, and maybe some more people. But they had a community-wide garage sale today. That's nice. Exactly, Tracy. Exactly. We're all made of energy. The shell has the same blood running through arteries and veins. No matter what the shell looks different. Blood still pumps through it. Yep, blood is universal. Yep. I don't know. It seems, you know, that those in power don't want us, the little people, to be happy. They want us to be at each other's throat. They encourage us to call on our neighbor if our neighbor is different. Like, look at the pandemic. Call call on your neighbor if you know your neighbor's not vaccinated. Like, WTF? What the heck was that? That was stupid. Didn't get that bad where I lived, but oh my goodness. I heard some horror stories out there. Mostly from the States, but and they could be untrue, I don't know, but oh, if they are true, it's just horrible what people did during that time of government meltdown. Because let's face it, it was a test. The World Economic Forum, the big cabal, wanted to see what would happen if they made every country close its borders. How quickly can it be done? And can it be done? And what'll happen? Let's shut everything down. Let's pretend there's a really bad pandemic. We'll lose this. We'll set this flu out. Tell everybody it's deadly. Yeah, some people might die. Yeah, some people did die. Yeah, exactly. No, Susan, I haven't crocheted anything this week. I've looked at it as it sits in my chair. But no, I haven't crocheted anything this week. It's been really hot. Yes, power does what power wants. Well, I want power and I'd be better with it. Being things would be better if I just ran it. It would be. Let's just face it. Yeah. Yep. No, if I was crocheting, Susan, I would still be doing my granny squares with this yarn. I love this stuff. Love this stuff. This Red Heart Granny Square all in one. Love this stuff. So I would still be doing that because I want that coat, that cardigan coat thing that I want to make. I want that. So That's what I would be crocheting if I was crocheting, but I'm not crocheting right now. Don't know why. When we went to Regina on for my medical appointment, I took my crochet with me and I crocheted a square. That was the last time I crocheted. I don't know why. Just not in the crocheting mood. My hand's been bugging me a lot. My fingers have been aching a lot. My wrists have been hurting a lot. Maybe that's why. I don't know. I just know I'm not crocheting a lot lately. But yeah, my fingers have been swollen. They're swollen now. Not too bad though. They're a little swollen. Right in there. Yeah. Squishy. Sorry. Sometimes immaturity wins. And it wins a lot. I don't know how to fight. Yeah, okay. Oh, cool. Right on. Look at you go, Susan. You're so industrious. You've always got something on the go, don't you? I admire that. I have things on the go. I just stopped going. But yeah, I filled out a very long form as to why I shouldn't be a juror. Fortunately, with every question they asked, it looks like I should be a juror. But then they gave me a form as to, okay, why should you not, in your own words, be a juror? So I told them I am mentally ill. And it would be, I have this, and this. Leaving my house and being a juror will cause, and then I listed everything that would happen: anxiety attack, sleepless nights, uh, I'm going to get sick to my stomach, I'm going to have a migraine, uh, and then we have to, first of all, come up with the gas money to go because we're an hour and a half away. Like, can't you find people in Regina closer? So anyway, yeah, no. Yeah, I got mine on sale, Susan. That's how I got it. And when it wasn't on sale, I bought one at a time. Because my theory is with with uh companies like Red Heart, especially Red Heart. Let's specifically talk Red Heart. I feel that they are so um not strong in their colors, stable. Their colors are so stable. People have they've been in business for so long, their colors are so stable. I feel confident buying yarn from different dye lots, but only for Red Heart. I wouldn't do that specifically for any other yarn out there. And I could be completely wrong. I just feel that Red Heart, I'm talking about Super Saver, sorry. I just realized I'm getting confused here. Red Heart is the brand, not the mate, not the model. I'm talking about Super Saver. I just feel that the colors are so very set in stone that you can buy different dioders. They're still going to be the same. I could be wrong. I'm probably wrong, but Susan, according to the doctor, my hands swell because I have arthritis and inflammation. So he's not wrong, but he is. And he's also the only doctor that thinks I have arthritis. Because my family doctor does not think I have arthritis. He thinks I have carpal tunnel. So he sent me to a specialist. The specialist that I saw after doing his nerve conductive study and everything, uh, decided that I don't have carpal tunnel. What I do have is a swelling of the ligaments and the in between spaces and whatever. I have swelling of certain muscle sheaths and stuff, and that's causing the pain. Doesn't really address the swelling in my fingers, but he does not think that I have carpal tunnel. He thinks I have a swelling. I just need to take anti-inflammatory drugs, maybe a prescription. But he sent me to another specialist. This specialist pokes, prods me. He's supposed to be the one giving me a shot of cortisone. So I'm supposed to have a shot of cortisone in each wrist. No, no shot. He looks at me and he says, I think you have arthritis. You go home and take a leave. So none of them know what I have. They're all wrong. All of them are wrong. I don't know what I have either. I just know my hands swell, my feet swell, and I ache. I ache in every bone, every joint. I ache. And some days that ache is really, really bad, and other days it's very tolerable. But I always ache. I never not wake up in pain. Just is what it is. Just depends on how bad the pain is. And it's never been, okay, who am I kidding? I was going to say it's never been so bad that I couldn't get out of bed, but it has. So never mind. Yeah, I forgot about that day. That was a bad day. It was the start of a bad weekend, but it was a bad day. But yeah. Never mind, nasty ogre. After the hot weather, he wants snow again. No, no snow. I'm happy with the hot weather. I'd rather have hot than cold. I'm staying up here tonight, by the way. I am not coming back down. My shoulders are finally warm. Although I love the air conditioning, I'd rather have the fan on me, I think. Because, yes, it blows hot, warm air instead of cool air, but that still cools me off. But we've had hot weather. It's been like 35 here. What was that? Was that Thursday or Wednesday or Thursday, Sean? That it was 35. Can't remember. I think it was Thursday, but I could be wrong. I think nasty hot that day. Nasty, nasty, nasty hot. So, and poor Gus. No fluffy rain. Poor Gus. He's hot. And the Chihuahua's just, na, 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 na. She's just fine in this hot weather, but poor Gus is. I'm just making sure, that we have the house cool and he's got lots of water. So he's been going through lots of water. Hey, Robert, how are you doing tonight? Welcome in. Yeah, two more Saturday streams in May. Uh huh. Because this is the last Saturday in May, and you want me to do more streams? I don't think so. I don't think so. I think you're wrong. Da 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 da. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Hang on, folks. I'm looking for something. In case you're wondering what I'm looking for, I'm looking for ranges. Now, what's stainless steel? My socks. Hmm. I am gonna have to keep looking because I cannot find an oven this color of my fridge. So no fluffy rain. He's wishing for fluffy rain again, Robert, because it's been really hot this past week. In fact, I haven't actually been up here. I've been downstairs in the living room. And that could also be why I haven't been crocheting because I haven't been up here all week. This is the first day I came up here and I just got up here right before I came live. And I'm going back down tomorrow because it's just too hot. Yes, oven, because we need a new oven. So I'm shopping around. Not that I'm going to buy one, but I can shop around. It's not a bad thing to shop around, except in men. But you want to shop around for your oven. You do. You want to shop around for your oven. Hmm. Hmm. You know, Galans, they only seem to do retro freezers. They don't seem to have ovens, ranges and wall ovens. Because I go to ranges and it's all stainless steel. And it's sad. I want blue. I want a blue stove. That's very sad. Exactly. Vintage range until Google. Okay. Ooh, only $10 for it? And take a toll road, drive far and take a toll road. Yeah, you gotta figure out, well, is it worth that? Plus the drive, plus the toll to get that? Is it worth it? I'd say yes and go. Oh, that's me. Ah, ooh, I see what you say. Oh, that's a gas range. Yeah, okay. That's a gas range. Okay, let's see if I can find ranges in electric. So we don't want gas. Electric ranges. Because we don't want to have to put a gas line in the kitchen. We don't have a gas line in the kitchen right now. So, you know. Do, 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 do. 1800, well, that might be possible. Kind of expensive, though. Do, 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 do. Ba, 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 ba. Okay, I'll knock it off. I'm not finding any blue ones. No blue ones. Brand name. I don't know. Color. Ooh, there it is. Oh, it's beautiful. It's $2,799. Oh my goodness. Hang on. Let me share my screen. Share my screen. Share screen. Share screen with share. Isn't that pretty? Isn't that pretty? Look at that. Yeah, this one's 2,700. And that makes I don't know understand why the electric ones are so much more expensive. It makes no sense. That's the cooktop. I like that. It's got a convection oven in the back. So it's got the fan in the back, so it's convection oven. That would match. That would match. Classic by Unique. Okay, let's go Google Classic by Unique. Anyway, I think that's pretty cool. Small. That wasn't a lot. 3.9 cubic feet. That's a small oven, but whatever. Mine, you buy and ship to me. Oh yeah, we'll just, do that for you, Robert. Absolutely. Isn't she a sexy stove? Ooh, sexy stove. But if I had my wish, look at that one. Isn't that pretty? Double oven vintage stove and robin egg blue porcelain. Oh, two 16-inch wide baking ovens with glass windows. Ooh. Oh, I just love these things. I love these old things. They're so cool. Look at that one. No, I don't want to see you. I wanted to see the stove. Oh, wow. Unique appliances. Hey, look. Unique appliances. Ooh, pretty. Look at that. 15.99. Probably in America. But the point is, that's a gas one. Ooh, look, if you like bright blue, look at that color. I don't like that. And it wouldn't look good in my kitchen. But that would look good in my kitchen. It's a gas range. I don't want a gas range. What is wrong with you all? Gas ranges. Do you know you could blow up your house with gas range? Okay, oops. Maybe you can't blow up your house, but I could blow up my house. Easy. I could blow up my house easy with a gas range. No, I won't buy a smart stove. I'm not allowed to have anything smart in this house. Let me. There we go. A little bit better. Um, no smart TV, no smart microwaves, no Alexa, no Siri, no Gemini, no nothing in this house. Nope. And yeah, I'm sorry. I don't want a stove that has Bluetooth or Wi-Fi because that's just something that's going to get melted. Why would you put Bluetooth and Wi-Fi electronics on something that gets really hot? It's a really stupid idea. And if you know technology, you understand that when heat gets near electrical components tend to melt or lose their soldering. Because sometimes soldering is really cheap, and it's it can be used. It can be melted by stove heat. Yes, that's smart Trish. No smart meters, just a smart Trish. Yes, Trish Smart. SMART. Haha. Yeah, Susan, not much crocheting when I game. I've been gaming. My hands have been too sore and too swollen. And I just haven't been in the mood. Don't know why. Hey, I've been on here for an hour already. That's awesome. Ugh. Would it be worth? My dog just opened my door. My dog just opened my door. Can you guys still hear me with that fan blowing? If you can still hear me, I'll just leave it open. Because hubby's not back there. He's downstairs in the cool air. But Gus opened the door and left. No, not Gussie. Excuse me. I'm gonna, I'm gonna turn off the camera for a minute. Um, I gotta find my little dog. Okay, I'm back. I don't know why my dogs opened the door. I thought it was Gus, but Gus is right behind me. Then I thought it was little girl, but little girl's right behind me. So I don't know how the door opened. It could have been the window. Could have been air pressure. So anyway, the door's open. And now Gus is in the middle of the doorway because he says, "No, Mom, you're not closing the door. I'm laying here and I'm going to keep the door open so the air flows." So it's all about letting the air flow. Come here. Come here. So do you guys remember me saying that I spent my points at Hobie? And so I had a lot of points at Hobie for playing their bingo game for years. So I decided I'm never going to order from Hobie because I just can't afford shipping from Denmark or wherever they are. So I decided what I'm going to do is I'm going to spend my points. So I got their Friends Cotton 8-8 Mini. I got two. They have three different color schemes. I got this one, and I got this one. And yeah, let me tell you, they are really small. But it's 100% cotton, 'cause that's kind of got. And I expected a little bit bigger. I knew they were going to be small, but I did expect a little bit bigger. But that's that's the size they are. So if you want to get your own, if you play the Hobie, it's soft cotton, but not a lot of it. So I don't know what I'm going to do with it. Probably make face cloths. I have a book here, a box of the Granny Square. Let me show you. I have this. So it's probably what I'll use these for. Make washcloths and dishcloths. Because my girlfriend needs some. And I always need cotton. I never buy cotton. So I always need cotton. So I always forget to buy it. But yeah, today they had community garage sale all around Siemens. So if you had stuff to give away, all you had to do was put it out in your yard and sit out there. We have tons of stuff to sell, but we just didn't have the energy to get anything ready this year because it would take a lot. It'd be a lot of work. So, plus, I think I'd rather sell my stuff on eBay or Kijiji. I think I would get better bang for my buck kind of thing. I get more for my items because I'm looking to sell specific art pieces and China. that my mom collected. So I don't think garage sale is the right place for those to be sold. There are so many different types of stoves out there. There really are. Ranges, low to high. So, what is everybody doing right now? I am looking at stoves and talking to you. I'm not finding any blue stoves yet, but finding some really pretty ones. They're all stainless steel or white. What's white? Ugh. I don't want white. I don't like white. Ranges, electric, and blue. Those are ugly as hell. Ugly, ugly, ugly. Ugly, ugly, ugly. Ugly. By Samsung. Ooh. Who knew? Who knew Samsung did stoves? I didn't know. Hey, Makwa. How you doing? I was looking at stoves. You're moving a small dresser? Cool. Don't hurt yourself. Be careful. Yeah, I'm really excited about, well, anxious to know about my agriculture benefits. So, because the band has been given or it's held in trust so much money, millions, and it's got every member has a right to a piece of that money. Every member, because it's not just for the band, like it's not just for chief and council. It's not just for future projects. It's not just for earmarked for specific things. No, it's actually earmarked for every member to get a piece of this pie. So I'm anxious. I'm hoping they'll have that information at this meeting. There's been a lot of speculation and rumors online, but I do know from reliable sources that some Indian bands near Battleford, each member got $50,000 from their band. So other bands members got 40,000. So we'll see. You know, keep your fingers crossed that it's a lot because I got vehicles that need to be fixed in the house that needs to be fixed. I do, I do, I do, I do, I do. But there's that, and then the government sending down a top up, a grocery. It's for groceries because so many people are in dire straits because of the prices of groceries that the government is topping up the GST payment one time. So we get a one-time payment on Friday, next Friday, and it'll be in Friday, and that'll be interesting to see how much that is. And then my GST payment will be start again in July, and I don't know how much that'll be, but we'll see. Small light, that's good. Guess what I did? I roasted a chicken in my slow cooker. It tasted so good. It was really good. So what I did is you get your biggest slow cooker. I used a 6-quart slow cooker. So my slow cookers are shaped different than others. So a really cool slow cooker. It's one base, 3 inserts. I have a 2-quart, a 4-quart, and a 6-quart. They all fit in the same base. It's really cool. So I have this really cool uh, slow cooker that my family gave me for a wedding gift. I love it. Absolutely love it. So I we had a chicken in the fridge, a fresh chicken that needed to be eaten up. It needed to be cooked. I had totally forgotten all about it, but thank goodness Sean didn't. And so he reminds me about the chicken, and I'm thinking to myself, oh my God, I'm not going to turn on the oven and roast a chicken in this heat. What can I do? I already know it wouldn't fit in our air fryer, and I'm kind of leery on doing a chicken in the air fryer. So I googled roast chicken in slow cooker, and no word of a lie, you can do this without adding any juice. So what you do is you make a ring of tinfoil, or you put something down on the bottom. You want your chicken to be up above the juices because you don't want to boil the chicken. You're roasting it. You want it to stay dry. So I made a ring of tinfoil about this high, and I seasoned my chicken up all over the place because that's one thing you want to do. You want to season the chicken. Some people put them in seasoning for 24 hours before doing this stuff, but I didn't have 24 hours. I didn't know I was going to do it, so I just seasoned really well. I salt and peppered. I used the really chunky salt and pepper blend and some garlic. I got it all in there, and I put the chicken on the tin foil, and I turned my slow cooker, put the lid on, turned my slow cooker on high, and I cooked it for 4.5, 5 hours. And it fell apart when I tried to get it out of there. Fell in half. So I was digging pieces of this chicken out. Now, when the chicken is done, You can always put it under a broiler if you want it to be that nice, pretty golden brown. We were just going to tear the chicken apart and use it for sandwiches anyway. So it didn't matter to hubby if it was brown or not. So I opted not to finish it that way. But they do say if you're going to do that, like finish it under a broiler so that it gets nice and brown. But yeah, I did a roast chicken in the slow cooker. I thought that was so cool. I never done anything like that before because to me a slow cooker is good for stews, dips, things with liquid and like I've never thought of dry roasting something in the slow cooker. And did we ever get a lot of juice out of it? A lot of juice. Like I always poke a chicken halfway through cooking because I like to, my husband likes to dry our birds. So I poke it out because all of my birds are juicy anyway. So started poking the birds halfway through cooking, and that's when I noticed like there was already a good amount of juice on the bottom. So yeah, a lot of juice. Put it in the fridge. Hubby gets to make gravy with it or whatever he wants to do with it. But that was really cool, roasting a chicken in the slow cooker. Gonna do that again. You can bet. Because now is the time to use the slow cooker because it's hot. So I'm always looking for recipes for slow cookers that doesn't involve stew. Hubby doesn't like stew. So I love stew. Hubby doesn't like stew. It's a texture thing. But to me, stew is comfort food. My mom always made stew, and I loved her stew. Just loved it. My stew is different from hers because I put more vegetables. I'll put actually mixed vegetables in my stew, and I'll make a gravy, and I'll add garlic and a whole bunch of different spices. Her stew was very plain because that's what my dad liked. It was meat, it was potatoes, it was carrots, it was an onion, and salt and pepper. That's all it was. And no, she did not bread. She did not dredge her meat. She did not brown her meat before cooking the stew. She just cooked the stew. She put the raw beef in the pot. She filled up with water till it just reached the top of the meat. Put it on the oven, started cooking. And I miss that stew. Even though I could make it, my stew just doesn't turn out the same way as hers. No. And I've made stew like hers. It's actually how I prefer to make my stew is with just potatoes and carrots and an onion. Um, a trick? Yes, it adds more fat in it. Deal with it. Add a tablespoon of butter to the stew while the meat's cooking. Does it ever enhance the flavor? Yep. I'm not supposed to eat bread, but I've been cheating. I've been cheating. It's bad. I've been a bad girl with my celiac disease or my gluten. I can't remember what it's called, but I can't have gluten, and I've been eating a lot of bread lately. So, oops. But I can't help it. It's good. It's yummy food. I like bread. Oh, 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 oh. That's heel pain. That is nerve heel pain. Oh, almost like sciatica pain. Hang on. I just gotta stretch my back. We'll do it this way. Oh, and stretch that leg out. Oh, there we go. Oh, ah, pain, pain. Oh, 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 oh. I hate that pain because it doesn't go away. Eh? It just stays there. It just stays there and it stays there. And nothing you do gets rid of it. Like even stretching out. Sometimes it goes away. Tonight it's not. It's like right at the end of my heel. Usually it's more in my foot, but and that's so painful. But I'll take the heel because it's not as painful as the foot, as the whole foot. So I'll take the heel pain. It's painful but manageable. But yeah, now I'm in pain. Yeah, I love this nerve pain. It's because I have a disc in my back that's I can't remember what word it was. It was a something disc. Anyway, if it ever goes and I lose control of my bowels, I'm supposed to rush myself to the hospital because I'm in danger of being paralyzed. And that is literally all my doctor said about it. So I don't know. Doctors never give me the full story. They're like, no, if we tell Trish the full story, she's going to run with it. No, I just want to know what's wrong with me. Thanks. You know, my life. I should know what's wrong with it. Just saying. So I've been enjoying the sunlight, the heat, the bird song, seeing the birds in the garden, watching my hubby cut the grass. He makes our yard look so nice. We get so many compliments on our yard because he is such a wonderful person. He is a big yard. He cuts the grass all the time. He's planting a garden this year. He's got tomatoes out, and I think he said cucumbers, but I'm not sure. And then we got the strawberries out. It's in a planter. Yeah, raspberries are growing. My tree, my plum tree bloomed beautifully. Gorgeous, gorgeous white flowers. My apple tree was budding the last time I looked at it. I don't know if it's fully leafed out or if it's starting to flower. I don't know. I can't remember if it flowered last year. Last year was a very disappointing year for my apple tree because it didn't grow much. It struggled all year, it seemed. So, and yet the year before it was doing so well, it actually made apples. So I don't know what's wrong with my apple tree other than my hubby thinks they're being poisoned. And he could be right. You know, we have this farmer, there's a farmer's field like not even 100 yards from my back fence, or maybe 100 yards from my back fence, but it's really close to the town. And the farmer, he sprays his field. Well, when you spray your field and you're that close to a town, don't you think that some of that poison gets into other people's yards? That's what I hubby thinks has happened is because the guy uh he always flies, it seems, when there's wind. Like you're not supposed to spray when it's windy because spray travels in the wind. So you're not supposed to do that because it's not economical. But no, I guess he had to get it done, so he does it in the wind. So we ended up with black spots on some of our plants. That's why hubby thinks that they got poisoned because he saw enough evidence to suspect. Yeah, and our plants aren't dead. Like our apple tree isn't dead, but last year it really struggled, and there were no apples last year at all. And that's okay if it needs a year in between of producing apples. I'm all for it because it's still quite a young tree. But I just don't like the thought that they can get sprayed so easily. Like the guy should know not to spray that field because it's like right there. It's so close to us. He shouldn't be allowed to do that. But, you know, they've been doing it forever this way because, back when his grandpappy owned the land and the pterodactyls sprayed for them because they didn't have airplanes back then, they used pterodactyls. Uh huh. 8:30, hey? I'm doing good today. I'm on the ball. My check came in. I paid all the bills. Our gas bill was the lowest it's ever been. I was so happy. I have to call IBM Canada and find out who's in charge of the P word pensions. Thank you, because I have a pension with them and I have a pension with my with the college. Got in touch with a pension from the college, so they have my new information and my they have my information and my mailing address now. And so now I have to get the other people, and I can't remember who they are. I think it's Sun Life now that I think of it. Closest farm to you is organic. That's nice. Yeah, we don't have anything. That would be nice if that was an organic field, but it's not. Yeah. They just finished seeding, so they're going to be out spraying soon. Just got to wait for those shoots to come up, and then it's spray time. Joy. So yeah, today was a community garage sale. If you had stuff to sell, you know, you could put it out. And the local watering hole opened its doors, and they have a pool table in there, and they have bowling in there, and they sell a little bit of alcohol. And the volunteer fire department had a barbecue for burgers and hot dogs. And I think that was it. That was it. Did we participate? No. Why? We don't feel welcome here. So, no. Got a new neighbor. Yeah, somebody bought the house next door and they're renovating it right now. So good luck to them. I hope everything goes well with their renovation. We almost bought it. We were offered that whole property for $500. No word of a lie. I told Sean then we should have gotten it. But he felt bad because the guy who offered it, the owner, was very drunk at the time. So he felt we would have taken advantage of him if, because he did offer it to us for $500. But he was very drunk at the time. So, yeah, it's a gray area. But anyway, we didn't do it. And then I tried to get our niece and nephew, our nephew and his wife, our niece, to buy it and move out here. But yeah, that was a no-go. Their life is in the city. But I had to try. So, and then it was up for sale again. I tried to get my other friend to buy it, and she just laughed at me. Her life's in the Battleford. So, yeah, none of my friends want to buy it. They don't want to live that close to me, I guess. But, yeah, we got neighbors. So I'm hoping they're nice people. I'm hoping we have a good relationship with them. You never know, but I'm hopeful. You should plant your seeds. Yes, you should plant your seeds. I should plant my seeds. I have a whole bunch of seeds. I gotta find them. My problem with planting seeds is I forget to water them. They dry out. And if I'm lucky enough to actually get one to sprout, it won't last long because I will either drown it or starve it because I forget to water them. I would forget to water my dogs if it wasn't for Gus looking at me in the eye and going, you know. If he didn't do that, I probably would forget to water him. But no, he does that, and I remember, oh yeah, water. Okay. It's really sad. And then I was looking at these apps to help you remember to water your plants, but they all cost money. And it's like, isn't there a free one out there? Because I still need help. I'm thinking of getting that cleaning for ADHD brains. I don't think I have ADHD, but I have PTSD. And, you know, I just think that that's what I need to help get organized here in the house. You do a certain number of things every day, and it doesn't take you all day to do them. It just takes a little bit of time each day, and you have a list. And then, you know, in a week, your house is clean. Wow. I need something like that before this room for organizing this room. 2 rows in your blanket will be done. Cool. Chop chop, Susan, get going. What's taking you so long? It's only 2 rows. Come on. I'm teasing you. I'm teasing you. Good job, Sharon. Good job, Susan. Sorry. 2 rows. That's awesome. The light is there. The light is shining. The light is seen through the tunnel. So yes, I'll be gaming tonight. I tried gaming this afternoon, but I didn't get a lot done. And what I did get done wasn't anything. I ran here, my character ran here, and then she ran there, and then she ran there, and then she followed this guy for a while. That's all we did. Ran back and forth. So, kind of feel like I didn't accomplish anything today, gaming wise. I certainly didn't accomplish anything crochet wise. So I'm gonna game tonight. We'll see if I can accomplish anything. Usually I try to do a couple of quests, even if they're just fast ones. I just try and do a couple of quests every time, just get them out, because that's how you go up in levels. Wow. I now have a list of quests, but they're so intertwined. A lot of them I'm waiting to do because I have to get other things done and put in place before I can go to the next step of these other things. Because I do things all over the place. I don't do things in order. No, that would be wrong. That'd be so not me. Because remember, that's me. Giddy up! There's chaos to spread. Remember, that's me. Hubby said we should put that on the car. I agree. Or I said, should I put this? And then he said on the car, and I thought that was a really good idea. Yeah. I want to get the t-shirt. But I haven't found one I like. Timo has one, but I don't like it. I've seen better. Same thing, just better. Artistic. More like that than anything else. Oh, that's so cool to be so close to being done a blanket. I've got 4 of them to do sometime in the future. Right now, if I get back to it, I'm making a coat cardigan. A coatigan. I need 81 squares. I've got 30 for sure done. And as soon as I get a couple of more done out of this row, I will have 45 squares in total done. So, yeah. And squares don't take long, you know? They don't take long. I like them. I like doing them. The sun is finally down below the trees. I can open up these curtains better. Mind my French. I gotta see what that was. Oh. Oh. Hang on, I gotta retie a knot. So, just fell. My little fairy. She's colorful. I just have her hanging over here. And she fell. There we go. I'm so picky. I'm so picky. Going on a trip. That's my car. That's hubby's truck. That's the smoke shack. And you can't see anything beyond that. But that's our yard. I wanted to show you the field out there. It's pretty with the sun setting over the trees and the trees there, and they got leaves now. They don't look so dead. It's pretty out. Oh, sorry. I was looking at the other window, which is I was reading your comments, but on YouTube instead of here. And then I realized being awfully quiet. So sorry about that. Let me see. I haven't even been listening to my audiobooks because I haven't been crocheting. I haven't been, yeah, I haven't been doing much of anything. Oh, hubby bought a new bike. Yep. I let him buy a new bike. So that was nice. He likes it. I've seen him roaming around. Oh, there is a picture of Gus in the pond. In the pond. In the pool. There's another one. There's another one. My hubby took the pictures. I uh I just I just shared them. I sent them to me, or he sent them to me. That's my lasagna. Homemade lasagna. Doesn't that look good? That was very good. It was very yummy. I like lasagna. It's like the perfect food out there besides pizza. Because, like, pizza's like the perfect food ever. Ever. Seriously. Pizza rocks, man. So I bought some more charms, so I'll be doing some more. I bought a lot of puppy paw charms, so I'm going to be doing some puppy paw, some puppy paw stitch markers soon. Now I will let you know when I have my new stock up and available. because I do not have any stock up yet. I haven't made any stitch markers in a while. So yeah, I will make up some stitch markers and show you guys my stitch markers when I make them up. I don't know when that'll be, but I have lots of puppy paws. And everybody loves puppy paw stitch markers. So some are colored, some are sparkly, all different colors. So yeah, make some stitch markers up. See if anybody wants any. You should really start working on my dream catcher too. I'm making a dream catcher. It's like right here underneath my computer, and I would show you, but it's a mess, and I don't think I could get it out because it's mixed in with a bunch of other stuff. So anyway, I haven't finished wrapping it yet. So that's part of why it's such a mess, because there's leather lacing. There's a ball of leather lacing, and it's attached to the round that I'm lacing up for my son's dream catcher. And somehow it's got bracelets wrapped around it, and it's got yarn wrapped around it, and it's got a bunch of other stuff wrapped around it. I don't know how, because just here, just a small little area, like right there. I don't know what happens around me. It's chaos. I don't do it on purpose. It happens to me. So yeah. Anyway, I gotta finish the dream catcher. It'd be really nice to do the dream catcher before he graduates. Just a thought. I wanted to have it done before Christmas. That obviously didn't get done. I haven't made a dream catcher in ages. I don't know why. I just don't just do it. I got everything I need for it, and I picked out the beads and the stones I'm going to put in it. So I don't understand what the problem is. I think the fact I have no feathers for it might be part of the issue, but that's easily solved by ordering some. I don't understand it. Yay! Susan got it done! Susan got it done! Yay, Susan! Train. Yeah, train. Miss my friend. It was this time of train that took her life. On that note, I bought a bracelet of Labradorite. It's all Labradorite. And this is uh, blue agate. I think it's actually, I don't know. I'd have to look at it in the light because the light right now is not the best. But it's got amethyst and hematite, and then a blue and white stone. But I don't know what it is. So I did. I just can't think of it right now, and that drives me nuts. But oh well. Sorry. I'm kind of hearing things. I don't know why. But anyway, There's such a nice cool breeze coming in the window, which is nice. I'm looking forward to gaming up here tonight with my window wide open. hmm I think I'm gonna have another rock star. More caffeine, yes, please sign me up. Because I'm drinking Pepsi, but that's not enough. Must have more. Must have a rock star. And let's face it, it's not going to keep me up for hours and hours and hours and hours and hours into tomorrow. It'll keep me up till about midnight, 1 o'clock, and then my internal clock's going to go, I don't care what you put in me, woman, we're going to bed. It's very rare I get to go past 1, 2 o'clock. Very rare. Like last night, it was 1 o'clock. Yeah, it was 1 o'clock last night when I went to bed. 8 o'clock when I woke up this morning. 8:30. 9 o'clock before I got up out of bed. The only reason I got up out of bed was because Gussie got sick. So he got sick. I heard it. I woke up because he needs to go outside. And hubby needs to clean up the sick. I can't do it. I've seen so many gross things and been subjected to so much animal stuff that dog throw up shouldn't affect me, but dog throw up just does. I can't deal with it at all. Give me cat hairballs any day. I can deal with cat throw up. I can deal with people's throw up. I cannot deal with my dogs. It's really weird. I don't think I can deal with people's anymore. I think they get me sick now too. It's really weird how you change in your old age. I used to have a strong stomach, like really strong stomach, and now it's weird what'll make me toss my cookies. It's like whoa, but yeah, like Gus is okay now. You don't need to worry about him. He's okay. Just ate something that he shouldn't have. So because he's a lab and he does that. Eats things. He puts everything in his mouth because he's just a lab, and they do that. But he's a good boy. And she's a good little girl. She's sleeping right now. They're both sleeping. They're both sleeping. She's sleeping. She's the only one left here. Hey, little bit. She poked her ears up. Oh, there she is. Oh, she's just eyeing me. She's laying down in her little spot. I have a little spot over there for her. And I crocheted her a little spot, a little pad, I guess, out of really that extra thick Bernat blanket stuff, the extra thick stuff. So I had one ball of it. That's all I could find at the time. So it made a perfect little square. So I said, well, cool. That's the perfect size for her. So I put it in a spot, and that's what she lays on. So she likes it. And then after that was done, then I found the other ball. So I'm going to get more. I'm going to actually add on to that. I'm going to make a little enclosure because I think she would like that. You know when I made those cat balls for my sister-in-law? I'm thinking something like that for my dog. Except floppy-ish. Yeah, floppy-ish. I hope everybody has a good week. I really looking forward to Wednesday. All I can say. Can't wait till Wednesday. So hopefully I'll have good news for you guys on Saturday. Tell you all about Wednesday on Saturday. First Saturday of June. That's when I'll next be on. And time's just flying by. And soon we're going to have to think about um, setting up our uh, camping trip. We'll have to nail down the dates and reserve our spot. Because I think we were thinking of almost going earlier in the season. I'm not sure, which is different for us. We usually go the last week of August, Labor Day long weekend, because all the kids are gone. So it's quiet. The only ones there are, the diehards with no kids or the hunters that come in. We saw a fair bit of them come in, roll in as the kids left. So, yeah, we like going then. But I don't know. I think hubby almost said maybe we should go earlier for a change. I don't know. We'll have to think about it. Oh, wait. No, we did figure out what dates because those are the dates that we told Dana to take off. I'll have to figure out those dates and get that site booked. And it is for September. We're going camping in September. Yes. Hopefully the weather will be nice. We've been lucky so far though, because we like to camp at the end of August, beginning of September. So we've been lucky so far. It's only been rainy for like one night. Once. And when it rains, it doesn't rain for very long. We've been really lucky. This last time it rained for a bit, which wasn't a big deal. We just each went to our tents. And our tents are like there, so like we can easily talk to each other still. And then we got a gazebo style type thing to put over the picnic table. So we have one of those. That'll be nice. Wow. I've been yapping away and haven't been watching the time, and now it's time to go. So I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful weekend and a great week. And thank you so much for coming and watching me and hanging out tonight. I really appreciate it. I hope all goes well for each and every one of you. I wish you all the best. And I hope you check me out next week. So thank you all for coming. And take her easy. Hope to see you next week.